Ladies and gentlemen, welcome out to week 10 of the NCP. The Detroit Steelings are taking on Coach Diet Tight and the New Britain Rockruffs. If you guys are excited, show some love on that like button down below. And of course, if you guys are new, feel free to subscribe for more so you guys don't miss out on next week. We've been making, let me tell you guys right now, we have been making one heck of a playoff run right now. And by that, I mean, I didn't think we were going to make playoffs. And now we're just trying pretty hard to make sure we can get in playoffs or, you know, go down swinging as best we can. But definitely go check out my opponent's side of the battle. If you guys missed last week's, wow, we had some major luck on our side as far as last week's go. Definitely go check that out if you missed it. Of course, if you guys are new, feel free to subscribe for more so you do not miss out. I don't know if I already said that. I probably already said that at this point. It's a little, I'm a little tired at the point of recording this video, but we're gonna go full face cam really quickly so you guys can check out the merch, pick up some Detroit Steelings merchandise. The link is in the description. Do it, because if we get to playoffs, you guys are gonna be like, I want a hoodie to wear while I'm watching the playoffs, and then they're just you shipping and things are crazy right now. So pick one up while you can. Thank you guys. There've been a lot of people who have picked these up throughout the season. Thank you guys for the support. It is so appreciated. 100% of the proceeds go to help keep the lights on here. So thank you guys so much. We're gonna start going over the teams. The teams are pretty it's a hard matchup, but it was a rather easy build week, I guess you could say, if that makes sense. We'll kind of go over those teams. If you guys want to see, just hop straight into the battle. There'll be some text floating on the screen in post-production, so you guys can go check that out. But all that being said, you guys are going to start to see the teams appear on screen right about now. My opponent has Zeraora, Primarina, Incineroar, Steelix, Decidueye, Haxorus, Sigilyph, Hitmonchan, Frostlass, and Charjabug. Some things to note are the Rocker in the form of Steelix, the Spiker in Frostlass, the Sticky Web user in Charjabug, the Spinner in the form of Hitmonchan, and two Defoggers in the form of Decidueye and Sigilyph. Something else to note, my opponent has all three of the Alola starters, and Alolan legendary or mythical in the form of Zeraora, and then a lot of Alolan Pokemon on my opponent's team here. Very bulky team from a special standpoint. Only real physical bulk is Steelix with base 200. Two fastest Pokemon on his team are Zeraora with base 143, followed by Frostlass with base 110. No ground and poison type, so you guys already know what that means, but we're going to go on ahead and kick things off here with the first Pokemon on the team. First one we are bringing, hidden below the Diggersby. He is coming this week. He is showing up hard with the Double Dance. He's rocking Double Dance this week with the Chople Berry, huge power, agility, earthquake, knockoff, and Swords Dance. 52 EVs in HP, 252 EVs in attack, 204 EVs in speed with an adamant nature. Now, what does this do for us? First off, this set came to me in like a fever dream. I don't know what I just looked at the team and was like, boy, this really just out. As long as Hitmonchan doesn't show, if Hitmonchan doesn't show up, we're good. I think Hitmonchan's going to show up. I think the six that he's going to bring are Zeraora, Incineroar, Hitmonchan, Sigilyph, Primarina, and Haxorus. Those are the six that I feel like can show up. Switch out Steelix for maybe Sigilyph. Switch out Steelix for maybe Incineroar or something like that, just so he's got something to take some of the physical hits a little bit better. But other than that, those are the six that I think will show up. This set came to me in like a fever dream. It is awesome. So 252 EVs in attack with an adamant nature gives us the most bang for our buck. It maximizes our damage output as much as humanly possible. The 204 EVs in speed give us 124 at level 50. I almost said level 40. At level 50. And with that, we are actually outpacing level 60s and below. So we're outpacing Primarina, max speed level 6, max speed base 60s. So Primarina, Incineroar, Steelix, and Charjabug, we are outspeeding all of those regularly, so we can hit those things really hard just as is. And then after an agility, we outspeed Zeraora, and we outspeed +1 Haxorus and Sigilyph. If he brings Scarf Zeraora or Scarf Frostlass, incredible prep. There's only so much you can make room for. I figured being able to outpace the fastest thing and the fastest possible Scarfer on his team was going to be the best case scenario for us after an agility. So hopefully we can make that happen. Now, 52 EVs in HP just kind of give us a little bit more bulk. The part that came to me in a fever dream was like, how do you beat Zeraora? How do you do that? So typically you want a ground type, but it has incredible coverage. So I was like, what would he wouldn't, I don't think he'd bring Grass Knot. I don't have anything Grass Knot is like really good against when he can just click Plasma Fists. The other thing he can bring is close combat for Pokemon like Beartic, Pokemon like Scrafty. And it's also super effective against Diggersby as well. So it's like, he's going to go for a close combat against Diggersby. How can I take advantage of that? So the idea is Diggersby against Zeraora, because like Zeraora is a great lead. The idea is Diggersby versus Zeraora. Zeraora goes for close combat against me. You know what? We're gonna toss some calcs together here really quickly. We're gonna do this just so I've got the numbers fresh in my head, because we're actually supposed to play here in about 15 minutes. Zeraora 50. What do they run? Naive with Life Orb. Okay, so here's the thing. If he's like, you know what, I'm gonna run Grass Knot. I'm gonna go for Grass Knot against this thing. Unless he's running max special attack with Life Orb. Even max special attack Life Orb does not knock out Diggersby. So I anticipate to be like max physical attack with close combat. Life Orb close combat does 59 to 70. If he's choice banned is 68 to 80. Choice banded Adamant does 74 to 88. So we live it. And we go for an agility. And here's the thing, is that Zeraora is such a huge Pokemon against my team that I'm going to get agility in this thing's face. And he's like, uh-oh, I can't keep this thing in. Like, I need to switch out into something that can take this hit. When he switches out into something that can take the hit, instead of clicking Earthquake, I click Swords Dance. Because that gives me a +2 adamant, a +2 attack, +2 speed Adamant Diggersby. He does not have much priority on his team. Incineroar gets Fake Out. Decidueye gets Shadow Sneak. I believe it also gets Sucker Punch as well. Let me just double check that here. I think it does. I feel like it should. I feel like, where did this go? Boom. So it does get Sucker Punch and it does get Shadow Sneak. So, but I don't think either of those mons, like, I don't think Incineroar would carry Fake Out, especially this week. Other priority has gotten the team. First Impression with Haxorus could be something. And then Mach Punch on Hitmonchan is what I'm anticipating. That's 100% what I'm anticipating. But if he doesn't have that proper priority set aside for something like that, that's why I think Hitmonchan has to show up, because it provides good priority for Diggersby. But if Hitmonchan doesn't show up, I just go. And here's the thing. If Hitmonchan shows up, I Earthquake on the Switch immediately. Like, I immediately 100% click Earthquake. If it doesn't show up, ISD on the Switch. And then we've just got a Diggersby going ham against his team, and hopefully do some stuff from there. You know, Earthquake and Knockoff. Earthquake hits Zeraora, Primarina, Incineroar, Steelix. Knockoff hits Decidueye. Earthquake hits Haxorus. Knockoff hits Sigilyph. Earthquake hits Hitmonchan, Frostlass, and Charjabug as well. So it really just does so much to my opponent's team this week that it's just going to be our lead. It's going to be our lead. If Hitmonchan doesn't show up, Diggersby has an absolute field day. Against my opponent's team. And if we misplay with Diggersby and then he's got a Zeraora, you know, he gets to toss off Plasma Fists pretty freely, which is unfortunate, but you know, those are going to be the consequences we make. So this is a really high risk, high reward play with Diggersby that we're going to have to see how well it turns out. The next Pokemon on our team is Bouquet the Roserade. She's rocking the Black Sludge with the Natural Cure ability. Toxic Spikes, Leaf Storm, Sludge Bomb, and Sleep Powder. 252 EVs in Special Attack, 12 EVs in Special Defense, 244 EVs in Speed with a Calm Nature. Now, 244 EVs in Speed with a Calm Nature allows us to outpace base 76 Pokemon and below. So we're outpacing Pokemon like Hitmonchan, the Decidueye, Steelix, Incineroar, Primarina, Charjabug. And we can hit these things pretty hard. We can toss off a Sleep Powder as well to kind of get some Toxic Spikes up, get a little bit of momentum. He doesn't have a Cleric on the team, and he does not have a Grounded Poison type. So Toxic Spikes are really good for one, and two, they got to burn some sleep turns if they want to do anything against us. Leaf Storm and Sludge Bomb are really good dual stab to carry this week. Sludge Bomb does a tremendous amount of damage to everything on the team. Leaf Storm does a tremendous amount of damage to Steelix in general. And then again, being able to Sleep Powder and do all that. The 252 EVs in Special Attack give us the most damage output that we can, while still keeping a little bit of our physical or our special bulk as well. He's got a lot more special attackers, and we don't really like his special attackers really. So maybe being able to take a water move from a Primarina on a switch, or being able to take a ghost move from a Frostlass if it's locked in, things like that, and a non-super effective move from Sigilif as well. Going for those types of moves, being able to take those special moves just a little bit better, and then hitting with one of our dual stab moves is gonna make a huge difference in my opinion. So it was a pretty straightforward set, pretty offensive Rosary here. It was a good speed tier this week as well. Speaking of good speed tiers, the next Pokemon I'm gonna bring in this week is Kevin, the Rotom fan. He's your biggest fan as he is mine. He's got his booties on, his heavy duty booties: Defog, Will-O-Wisp, Air Slash, and Volt Switch. 252 EVs in HP, 76 in special attack, 180 in speed with a timid nature. With the 180 in speed, again, we're hitting Hitmonchan and below, so Decidueye, Steelix, Chargebug, Incineroar, Primarina. The Pokemon that we cannot toxic or poison, such as the Steelix and the Incineroar, such as the Steelix, rather, I guess I should say, we want to be able to burn that. We can burn Pokemon like Zeraora. We can toss off some Will-O-Wisps where Toxic Spikes might not. If he does get rid of Toxic Spikes, we're able to Will-O-Wisp a few of those things, but something like Steelix being burnt is always fun. Being able to toss off, if we can't get a Toxic Spike up, being able to get a Will-O-Wisp off on a switch. If it's like Rotom Fan versus Primarina and he switches in Zeraora on it to get a Volt Absorb, we can Will-O-Wisp that thing to put a little bit of a damper on his parade right there. Air Slash is good coverage. It helps. It's pretty unresisted on the team. Steelix does not want to take one. And Eviolite Chargebug, or Steelix wants to take one and Eviolite Chargebug wants to take one. Other than that, Air Slash goes really unresisted. Volt Switch for the momentum. Defog in case he does get webs up. If he gets webs up with Zeraora, that's just not a fun time. That's just absolutely not a fun time. So other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Bulky pivot this week to do a little bit of offense. Next Pokemon we're bringing is Plague the Toxapex with the Black Sludge and the Regenerator ability, Recover, Scald Haze, and Baneful Bunker. Max HP, max defense, 4 special defense with a bold nature, because Haxorus is a nightmare. Haxorus has 147 base attack. It hits like it's a monster. It's a monster. And if it sets up, that's even more problematic. So if for whatever reason we get a Scald Burn and he's got Lumberry, same thing with the Toxic Spike, and he's got Lumberry, we do have Baneful Bunker there to get a poison off and kind of mess around there. We also do have Baneful Bunker for things like Decidueye, for things like Zeraora, Hitmonchan, anything that might want to attack us physically. If we can't get the Toxic Spike up or Scald Burns have not been in our favor, we can go for that Baneful Bunker to get a little bit more chip damage. This also does help out with Hitmonchan as well and the Incineroar, so that is something to keep in mind, that we do help take these physical hits just a little bit better. The next 2 Pokemon on the team are another win con, and we're getting into my favorite set this week. But first up and 5th on the team, Sub-Zero the Alolan Ninetales. He's coming back with the Light Clay Snow Warning ability, Aurora Veil, Blizzard, Psyshock, and Toxic. 244 EVs in HP, 4 in defense, 92 in special attack, 4 in special defense, 164 in speed with a timid nature. This might seem like a weird set, so I'll break it down. 164 EVs in speed with a timid nature allows us to outspeed the base 97 Pokemon and below. We have 109 base speed. We cannot outpace Frostlass. So why run the most speed? We run enough speed for what we can, and that is Haxorus and Sigilif. So 164 in speed with a timid nature puts us at 165 to outpace both of those. We hit both of those really hard with the Blizzard. Blizzard is just a great move, and Ice just goes ham bone against this team. 164 in speed gives us that speed tier. 244 EVs in HP gives us an odd number of HP to come in on rocks again if we do need to, and it also just gives us the most overall bulk. 92 EVs in special attack puts the rest in damage output in case we need it. 4 in defense and special defense, just because we don't let our EVs go to waste in draft format. Light Clay with Aurora Veil gives us 7 turns of Veil, which is fantastic. Blizzard again goes unresisted. Toxic is nice. We've got a lot of status this week. We've got a lot of status, and I think that's going to make for a good matchup or make for a poor matchup. We will find out. But Toxic Spikes and Sleep Powder and Will-O-Wisp and Baneful Bunker and Scald and Toxic, like, we've got a lot of potential status conditions here to wear down his team. But the last thing on there was Psyshock over Moonblast. Now, I went a little back and forth with this with my man Eric when we were building, and it came like Blizzard and Moonblast have been run every week, and I'm so tired of an Assault Vest Pokemon coming in, taking a hit from Alolan Ninetales, and then just being done with it. I am. And Assault Vest Hitmonchan looked really good this week, and Assault Vest Hitmonchan really can take a Moonblast. It's got 110 base special defense, Pair that with an assault vest and the proper build, and boom, you're solid. So I wanted to take advantage of the fact that it has a much lower base defense than a special defense with 76 base defense. So we're going to bring Psyshock, because if it is weakened and he's going to go for Moonblast, I can take it. I can Psyshock the Hitmonchan and get a lot more damage than I would off of a Moonblast. So that's my thought process behind there, because anything else really, you know, Moonblast would hit Incineroar for neutral damage, but I'm not keeping this thing in against an Incineroar. I'm not. That bends the rules. I don't make them. I just follow them, and that's not what I'm doing. If we need to, you know, we can Veil in front of it. If it's like one of the last few Pokemon, we can Toxic it. We can try to go for a Blizzard, but if Alola Ninetales stays in against Incineroar, I'm either clicking Aurora Veil or Toxic. Those are the only two reasons that would come in. Other than that, Blizzard hits everything else. Psyshock hits the Hitmonchan. Any questions on that? No, I did not think so. The last Pokemon on the team. I love this set, and I hope it works and it comes into play. We are bringing Blueberry the Beartick. She is rocking her Life Orb with the Slush Rush ability. The 4 moves we are bringing this week are Ice Punch, Liquidation, Mega Kick, and Hone Claws. 20 EVs in HP, 252 EVs in attack, 4 in defense, 4 in special defense, 228 in speed with the Jolly Nature. Under Hail, we are outspeeding Zeraora. Under Hail, we are not outpacing Scarf or +1 Haxorus. That is something to note. But under Hail, we are outpacing his whole team, barring any choice Scarfers. The 228 EVs in speed provide us that. 252 in attack give us the most damage output. 20 gives us an odd number of HP. And the 4 in defense and special defense are so we don't go unwasted. Ice Punch, again, ice moves run his team. Ice Punch hits Zeraora. Ice Punch hits Steelix, Decidueye, Haxorus, Sigilyph, Hitmonchan, Frostlass, and Chargebug. Liquidation hits Incineroar. Now, Primarina still sits there. Primarina sits there pretty. And we didn't have a way of hitting Primarina for super effective damage, let alone good damage if we could get any boost, whether we went Bulk Up, whether we went Swords Dance, whether we went Hone Claws. We're looking around for a move that could run. And Play Rough was there. Play Rough was there for the Hitmonchan originally. But we were going around a +1. If we ran SD Play Rough, that still had a chance to miss. If we ran Bulk Up Play Rough, that gave us +1, still a chance to miss. If we ran Hone Claws Play Rough, that allowed us, so we didn't miss against Hitmonchan, but we still weren't getting good damage off on Primarina. So we're looking around, and Beartick gets Mega Kick. Now, Mega Kick is a normal type move, which goes pretty unresisted. Steelix eats it, and Frostlass is immune to it. Other than that, Mega Kick is a base 120 power normal move with a 75% accuracy. After Hone Claws, it is 100% accurate, and we have a 120 base power move coming off of a base 130 attack Beartick. It's gonna hit really hard. It's gonna hit really hard. And if we can't get the Hone Claws off, you know, some people might say, like, why not Icicle Crash or things like that? Ice Punch is doing as much damage as Icicle Crash would. Icicle Crash does more damage. Ice Punch is still picking up the KOs, and it doesn't miss. So if we do end up needing to go for like a Mega Kick to win the game and we don't have a Hone Claws up, you know, it's some spice. It's some spice. We're week 10 out of 12 weeks. At this point, people are just sitting around waiting like, is he going to make playoffs? What is going to happen? So running that little bit of extra spice for everybody who watches those, to see a Mega Kick Beartick come out and win a match is that's for you guys at home. That's for you guys at home. So Beartick, Ice, like I said, Hail and Ice run the team this week. I think Double Dance Diggersby is going to be really beneficial for our team. I'm very tired while recording this, and I'm getting ready to hop right into the battle, so I apologize if it is just not as bubbly and wonderful and as you'd like it to be, but you know, we got to do what we got to do to get these battles done. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the team in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the battle. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with week 10 of the NCP. The Detroit Steelwings are taking on the New Britain Rockruff. If you guys missed the team builder, you guys can see the 6 that I am bringing right there: Diggersby, Roserade, Rotom, Fan, Toxapex, Alola Ninetales, and Beartick. The 6 that I think my opponent are bringing: Zeraora, Incineroar, Hitmonchan, Sigilyph, Primarina, and Haxorus. Make sure you guys pick up some merch down below if you guys haven't. If you guys are new, feel free to subscribe for more as well. We're going to press A at the starting signal and see what my opponent is bringing today. We are going to check opponent's team. Oh, no Hitmonchan makes me for a happy guy. So Zero Aura is there. It's got Volt Absorb. We were pretty on the money, actually. No Hitmonchan, and instead we see Steelix. So let me update that on the layout. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Let me center this Steelix now. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, cool. I always like my Diggersby lead 100% of the time. I think it's a great lead. I think you know, being able to get off that damage so Zero Aura can't just Volt Switch us right out the gate is good. We are going to make note here. I imagine Steelix would have Sturdy, but I don't know. Primarina, I'm going to say Torrent, and Haxorus would have probably a Nerve. I don't see a reason to break mold against my team, so let's see what exactly he wants to lead off with here. Leads off with Raska, which is the Sigilif, actually. Okay. We're going to lead off here with our Diggersby. Unfortunately, Diggersby is not an ideal lead for this Pokemon right here. I am going to switch out. Wow. Specs Sigilif absolutely hurts my team. Let us switch out into Rotom. Would he just drop a Psychic? He'd probably just drop a Psychic on me right out the gate. Let's switch. Let's switch out into Rotom here. I imagine Sigilif is just going to absolutely run me. Let's see what he wants to go for. We see the Psyshock come off. Okay. That does not do as much damage as I thought it would, which is fine. Now, I will just toss off a Will-O-Wisp here. Any Pokemon that want to switch into a Volt Switch, do not appreciate that. He withdraws and goes out into Mean Mug, which is going to be the Steelix. So being able to burn this thing will be pretty nice, in my opinion. We do land a Will-O-Wisp as well, so Steelix is not doing too hot. Steelix is not doing too hot. Now, I really like Diggersby this matchup, and I'm curious about what Steelix, like a burnt Steelix, does. Let me calc that really quickly. He is burnt and has like body press. That still is not doing that much damage. I think what I want to do here is go right out into Diggersby. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. There's the Stealth Rock from the Steelix. Okay. So he does have Stealth Rocks up. We do see leftovers as well. So now I do want to just Agility here in case he switches in Haxorus or the Sigilif against us. He could have Roar. He could have Dragon Tail. He could just try to get damage off now that this thing is burnt. But let's see what he wants to do here. But I will go for an Agility in case he's like, I'm going to go out into Scarf Sigilif on the Earthquake, something like that. He withdraws. A faster threat is good. A bulky threat is not. Goes out into Aria, which is the Primarina. Okay. Now he knows I've got the Agility here. I don't think I hit a defensive Primarina. 76 to 90. No, yeah, I gotta switch out on this. I gotta switch out. Would he Ice Beam? I don't think he'd Ice Move here. I'm gonna go Hard Roserade on the Water Move. I'm gonna hopefully predict a Water Move there. As he goes for the Scald. Okay. That did not do a lot to us, so I know it's not super offensive. We do get our Black Sludge recovery back. Sleep Powder is really free right here. So that is what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for that Sleep Powder right here. As he withdraws. Goes down to what? Incineroar? Goes down to Kyle A. Which is the Incineroar. Okay. So we do see that the Incineroar has the Intimidate. Can I hit a Sleep Powder? I do connect to Sleep Powder. Awesome. Now, I do have the option to Sludge Bomb this thing for some damage. I can also try to go out into Diggersby again. And this time hit Swords Dance. What's going to be more beneficial for me? I'm going to get up a Toxic Spike. We know he's not Scarf. He's still fast asleep. Now, I don't want to risk that first turn wake up here. So I'm going to get a little bit more Black Sludge recovery off. And then I'm going to go right out into... yeah, I'm going to go right out into Toxapex here. So we got our sleep off. We got our layer of Toxic Spike up. That's good. The Steelix is burnt. We're looking not all that bad right now, frankly. We're going to take a little bit from Rocks. We still have Rotom, which can defog around. He is still fast asleep. So I don't know if he'll want to take a Scald. I don't... would he want to take a Scald from this thing? That's the thing. Because I could be aggressive. I could be aggressive and go Rotom here, unlike the Primarina. I don't... I'm going to toss off a Scald. He stays in. He gets the full 3 turns, so we're going to be able to get some pretty big boy damage off on this thing. We made a good play staying in. We're getting some pretty hefty damage there. We do see leftovers. We see weakness policy, actually. Oh boy. We see weakness policy and Incineroar. Okay, so he might be like Flame Charge. I am going to Baneful Bunker here. Because he should wake up. That was the 3 turns of sleep. He wakes up. Goes for the bulk up, actually. Okay. So, Haze is going to be our best bet. He could knock off here, which is going to suck. Here's a Flame Charge, actually. Okay, cool. So going for Haze was a good play there. Okay, so we see bulk up, Flame Charge. And now we crippled the weakness policy. And we still have our Black Sludge too. So that is good news for us. I will just go for a... I will just go for a Scald right here. I don't know if he'd be U-turn. I feel like bulk up, Flame Charge, knockoff, Flare Blitz is pretty good. Maybe Earthquake to hit Toxapex, but he could just be Dark Stab. Carry and Haze worked out well for us. I thought we were about to take a +3 knockoff, and I was not ready for it. So he withdraws. Goes back out into Mean Mug, which is the Steelix here. Fine by me. As we get a nice Scald off. Now, he could go for like an Earthquake or something. Oh, that's some huge damage. Huge damage. And unless I'm wrong, Steelix has what? Base 30 speed? And Toxapex is... Toxapex is base 35. So I should be able to knock this thing out with a Scald. We are able to knock that thing out with a Scald. Cool. So once we get Rocks out of the way, Rocks are gone. Tox KOs Steelix with Scald. Goes out Naraska here. All right, cool. So this thing originally did want to go for a Psyshock. I don't have much that wants to take a Psyshock, frankly. I could Scout. I could just Scald here for damage and then switch around. Isn't a bad idea. In fact, I think that's what I want to do here. Because we took a let me just recover. Let me see what he wants to go for here. There's the Psyshock again. That does a ton of damage. Recovering was a good play. It was a crit. Oh, that was a crit too. Okay. So it is a good thing that we did not switch in our dear friend Rotom off on that. A little bit of Black Sludge recovery as well. So I want to just click Scald here. I want to just click Scald. He could try to switch if he thinks I'm going Rotom. He just spams Psyshock again. That's 3 Psyshocks he's gone for. We take one of those. And we're going to Scald here. He's going to be Magic Guard, so even if we get a burn, it's not going to be good. Yep, there's our burn. We get that. Now, so here's the thing. I could go... Is Sub-Zero taking a... Is Sub-Zero taking a Psyshock from this thing? Sigilif. I'm going to say... Would he be Life Orb? 53 to 63 from that. If he goes for a Heat Wave right now, dude's insane. But I'm going to switch out. He withdraws. Okay. He withdraws and goes out into Swiper, which is the Zeraora. Zeraora does get the 1 layer of Toxic Poison there. That is fine by me. I'm going to take this opportunity to go out into Alola Ninetales now. We're going to take our Rocks damage, and he is going to take the Poison and Hail, which is good news for us. We see Leftovers? Leftovers on it. Okay. So that actually might give me a little bit better of an idea on if I can stay in right here. I'm at 135 against this thing. Plasma Fist from max attack Leftovers lets me click Aurora Veil here. There's the Plasma Fists. That's 54 to 64. Oh, we livin'. We livin'. We're going to get our Aurora Veil up. Does Zeraora get Brick Break? He does get Brick Break, so that is good to know. That is really, really good to note. He's going to keep taking Toxic and Hail now, though. We've seen the Plasma Fists. We've seen that. So what I want to do here, since we are behind Veil, is go out into probably Toxapex, actually. I don't think he Plasma Fist again. If he's got Brick Break, he's going to go for it. Oh, he withdraws. Okay. Good news for us. Goes back out to Kyle A, which is the Incineroar. So Incineroar is going to get Toxic, or the T-Spike Poison now. Gets the Intimidate off in case, for whatever reason, we were going to do some stuff. And we now have Toxapex back in, which is super, in my opinion, because we can recover, get back up to full to help deal with this and help deal with the Haxorus in the back. So there is the Hail. There's my Hail. There goes my Black Sludge, and there goes his Toxic Poison. So we're looking well right now. We're looking well. A lot of his mons are getting worn down, I should say. And I am just going to I'm just going to click Recover right here. He's got Knockoff. Cool. I feel like he should have went for it. He just withdraws. Okay. He just withdraws and goes back out in Aria, which is the Primarina. Primarina is going to get the 1 Toxic. Now, this thing might have a Psychic move. We've only seen it go for Scald. We've only seen it go for Scald so far. And we see the Leftovers on it as well. So he brought a lot of Leftovers to the field this week. He had 3 Pokemon with Leftovers. I don't think going Rotom is a bad idea, frankly. I think Rotom's a fine play. The Psychic move could come off here. We're still behind Veil. And I kind of want to defog the these rocks away, frankly. Because they're annoying. There's a Scald. Okay. There's Scald. Gets the burn on the Scald. That's fair. Hail goes away. So he's going to take a little bit more toxic damage. Leftovers only getting back a little bit. I think poison's doing more damage than leftovers. So I don't know if he'd want to stay in. But I am going to get these rocks away here. I believe that also gets rid of my screen, but that's fine. I still have a healthy Ninetales to come in against this thing or the Incineroar and click. Click that. Here comes Kyle. Kyle is going to get the Intimidate off. I'm faster, so I can actually Volt Switch out. Poison Spikes. Yeah, Poison Spikes went away. Stones went away. So T-Spikes are gone. That's okay, because a lot of stuff... I still have Veil up, though. So that did not defog away screens. Correct? Correct? Yes, it did not. Okay, cool. So I can just Volt Switch out here. And if I knock this out, I might be able to just Volt Switch out into Diggersby. But let's play it safe. Let's play it safe. So he's going to die to poison damage. He's going to die to poison damage. Toxapex is probably my best bet here. Like, I feel like a knockoff would come out right here. Bulk. He just bulks up. Okay. But I think he goes down to poison damage. Yep. Okay. So Tox KOs Incineroar with the T-Spike damage. And he goes out into Haxorus. So Haxorus is going to take the poison. He does have Unnerve. Okay, so it was not anything else. Oh, you're heavy duty. Oh, no, I got rid of my stuff, didn't I? So he's just going to click Earthquake here. Can I get a Scald Burn turn one, or should I, like, preemptively Haze? I'm going to Scald. I'm going to Scald. There's the Dragon Dance. Okay. Should have preemptively hazed. That's fine. It might be fine. We'll see. No burn. I'm going to take this opportunity to haze right here. There's the Earthquake. We are taking... Oh, thank God for Veil. Thank God for Veil. I forgot about that completely. I forgot about Veil immensely. There, Aurora Veil goes away. Okay. So, would he just Earthquake again? I could just go out in a Rotom, like predicting the Earthquake. Try to get... I'll try to recover here. I don't think he'd Dragon Dance again. I've shown Haze. He just goes for the Earthquake. Okay, so he just straight up goes for Earthquake. That's fine. I'll recover here. Now, I know I can take another one. I know I can take another Earthquake from the range that I'm at. So I think I'm going to go for Scald here. I'm going to try to get that other burn. I'm going to try to get that burn as he goes for Dragon Dance again. Now, I know that I cannot take that from where I am at. %30 chance. Do not see it yet. Okay, so from where I am at, what do we have? Haxorus, Dragon Dance +1, 64 to 76. I'm at 136. So even if he's adamant, he has to be like adamant expert belt. I could Baneful Bunker here, but if I don't click Haze, that's going to be bad for me. I'm going to click Haze. I should be able to take the Earthquake. Oh, I do. Barely. I do barely. I could go out into Sub-Zero to just get to bring in Baratic. Let's make sure he can't get a Dragon Dance up. I'm gonna click Haze again. I'm gonna click Haze. He goes for Earthquake. Okay. Tox KOs or Hacks KOs Tox. Now I can get in my Nine Sails here. And I don't think I let him go for anything. I think I just click Blizzard here. I don't let him go for a damn thing. Could be Yanchi Berry. Could be Yanchi Berry and try to set up in front of me. I don't know how well that spread I don't know how well that spread works out, but I'm just gonna click Blizzard here. All right, cool. Haxorus goes down. All right. Nine Sails, KOs, Hacks. Blizzard. He goes out into Swiper. Swiper's going to take some hail damage eventually. Now, I think... I'm just going to try to click Aurora Veil just in case. But I think he's going to attack me to knock me out. There's the Plasma Fist. Zera KOs Nine Sails. And I think from where I'm at... I think Baratic might be able to win this. Do I try to pull off the... Baratic sweep right now? I think I'm going to go Diggersby and click Agility. I'm going to try to go for the Diggersby route here. I'm going to Agility. If he close combats me, you know, we've got Chople Berry for that reason. We talked about that spread in the team builder. He's just got knockoff. Okay. That is fine by me. That is fine by me. Now, Sigilif should not want a knockoff from me, frankly. I am just going to Earthquake here. He withdraws, and he goes out into Raska, which is the Sigilif. Okay. I don't think Sigilif wants a knockoff from me. We're able to go for knockoff and knock that out. Dig KOs Sigilif. It was Focus Sash too, so it's a good thing we did get that skull damage off with Toxapex earlier. It was a very good thing we did that. And I think because we got some pre-existing damage off on Primarina, we should be able to click Earthquake. That's looking like a good roll. I think I have to take it here. That is not a good enough roll, but it's okay. It is okay. Primarina, KOs Diggersby. That is fine by me. That is fine by me. I will go out into Rotom. Do I? I think I just go out into... I think my best bet is Roserade, actually. Because I just Sludge Bomb everything now. I don't think Zero Aura can knock me out from where he's at. So I think we might have this. We'll see. We'll find out. He went for knockoff instead of close combat against Diggersby, though. So that almost leads me to believe he wouldn't carry close combat if he went for that instead. I'm not 100% sure. But I don't think he can knock me out from where he's at with Zero Aura. So I think Roserade wraps this up here. If we have any connection issues, I think it is just Zero Aura. I think Roserade just wraps it, frankly. Few Sludge Bombs. Might just be having some server issues here. Let's see. Do do do. Do 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 do. There we go. Roserade knocks out Primarina with Sludge Bomb. And then I don't, like I said, because it's leftovers, Zero Aura, I don't think he can knock me out with any one move. Like Giga Impact, maybe. I don't think it gets coverage for me. Like Giga Impact knocks me out. But like even if he had like random aerial ace, I don't think that would be the case. So and he just messaged me, GG. Oh, yeah, I think he knows that Zero Aura cannot. Yeah, he said he's already clicked his move and whatnot. So we're just waiting on the lane connection. We're just waiting on the lane connection here. And then once once Zero Aura comes in, we'll be able to click Sludge Bomb and be good to go. Because of the connection, he thought it was taking me so long to click Sludge Bomb. He thought that I was just like mono no attack Roserade, like Leech Seed, Toxic Spike, Spikes, and Sleep Powder, which would be a great set. Be a great set, but I am not the one to bring that this week here. I am not the one to bring that this week here. So I think if Zero Aura can make the field, based on our land connection, this will be a 3-0, which will put us a little bit better. It'll put us a little bit better towards the end of the season. I think he's getting ready to type right now. Like, let's just call it. Oh, it gets Fire Punch. Fire Punch does 81 to 96. So if he did have it, he would be able to get me off. So he said, I don't have Fire Punch, so I think you get the 3-0. If you want to agree with that, since LAN is lagging, I am okay with that. Oh, here he goes. Here goes Zero Aura. Here it comes. Let's try to wrap it up. I'm going to click Sludge Bomb here. You can always play for the crit. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. Oh, I was like, I was nervous. I was super nervous. Oh, GG's, man. GG's, guys. Go check out my man's side of the battle, of course. It was a super fun matchup. We ended up picking up a 3-0 victory, and we are one step closer to playoffs. I don't know where that puts us exactly at the time of this recording, but I'm super excited. I'm super excited. We managed to turn the season around and do it all for you know, bring it home for you guys at home. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys have, leave a like on the video. It does help out the channel, and it shows me you guys are still interested in the Draft League content. If you guys don't want the Draft League content anymore, then we won't do the Draft League content anymore. That is up to you guys to decide. If you guys are new, feel free to subscribe for more content. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great, and I'll see you all in the next video. Later.